removing all my makeup and applying cleanser and cleansing my skin, I then began by putting foundation on just to my forehead and my eyelids and just under my eyes as well. I then blended all this out with a big ass buffer brush from Real Techniques, and you'll see in a moment. I then used a really light concealer to start the contouring process. So I used a light concealer in the center of my forehead and then started using a dark concealer on my temples. I then, after that was all applied, blended that all out with a beauty blender and then with the big blending brush as well. Another forehead contouring was applied. I then got Kryolan translucent powder and started pressing it on with a puff and then blended it out with a big powder brush. So it's now time for the super fun task of drawing on my eyebrows. Now you guys may actually have natural eyebrows, some eyebrow hair lingering around there. I do not. So it may be easier for you guys if you do, because you'll have a kind of rough guideline. So I kind of shot in the dark, had a little go. I don't think they came out too bad. They're slightly wonky, but it happens, you make the sacrifice when you shave your eyebrows off. I then got a kind of white, like cream shadow stick and lined underneath where I drawn my eyebrows on. And then under my waterline in the kind of corners of my eyes and then on my eyelids as well. And let me mention also that I used a gel eyeliner to do my eyebrows. It's completely your preference though. I know some people prefer pencil. And everything that was below my eyebrows with the white, I then blended out with a sponge or with your finger or whatever you kind of want to do. So you'll see me doing this, applying it to my lids. I then at this point used a kind of pink eyeshadow, I believe it's from Kryolan, and just kind of went over my crease. I then blended that out with a couple of different blending brushes from Real Techniques. You'll see me doing that. Hey, there we go, da-da-da-da. So after I blended this out with a couple of different brushes to give it a bit of a smoky effect, I then started kind of filling in my crease with a black colour, which was by Urban Decay, I believe. And I then blended that up with the rest of the pink. I then started lining the kind of the white that we did on the inside of the waterline, just there, you shall see. I started lining that with black and pulled that all the way up to where the kind of black meets at the corner of the eye, as you'll see I'm doing there. And then I kind of blended that out with a slightly smaller blending brush than I've been using so far. Blend, blend, blend. I then started doing my eyeliner. Again, I'm using gel eyeliner for this. So across the kind of lash line and then up into a point. So after doing the first point, I then kind of did a second smaller one just below it, like how Adore wears hers in a couple of different photos I've seen. I then repeated that on the other side. Holla. And then mascara. Mascara. At this point, I then started adding foundation, as you can see, and contouring. So kind of that lighter concealer again, so just under my eyes and my cheekbones and my nose. I then started sculpting with the kind of darker concealer again, down the sides of my nose, contouring that nose, and on my cheeks, blending it all out with a beauty blender. So see me, doing my cheeks again, blend, blend, blend. And then powdering it like a motherfucker. So, just using translucent powder with a puff, smacking it on there, and then kind of let that bake. You've got a little bit of time. Have a cuppa, do what you want. I think that's what I did. We'll have a little look. Yep, cheeky coffee. Damn, that's good. Here I use my big powder brush. I think it's Real Techniques again. Blended all of that powder out so it looks a little bit less crazy once you kind of blend it out. Then added highlighter and bronzer and blended that all out with the same powder brush, but I don't think I added any more product on my brush at all. Just kind of used what was still on there. Blend, holla. I then used some blusher on the apples of my cheeks, which is alien to me because I have such red skin that I never use blusher ever in my whole life. So this is me using blusher. I then outlined my lips in this really nice kind of cement grey colour that I own. And then did the insides with the white foundation stick again. Eyeshadow stick. At this point, I then outlined my lips with black, blended that all together to give this kind of two-toned, three-toned, whatever you want to call it, effect on my lips. And then added eyelashes, a little beauty spot, as you can see. Took my hair down, and I was Adore. So I hope this has been helpful to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Apologies for the crappy quality of my camera. I hope to get that sorted ASAP. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day.